Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mary. Welcome to my channel, and I'm going to be showing you some things random, just an assortment of stuff, a couple items from Temu, the snake that my grandson made for his stepdad for Father's Day, and I went to Michael's to pick up my dry mounting of that hydrangea, and they weren't ready with it yet, but I found some things that were 50% off, and I thought it might be a nice off canvas. I don't know if it'll turn out or not, but I'll give you a peek and see. They were each $1.34, and I'm excited to show you them and what my plan is for them. But first I'm going to go ahead and show you this snake that my grandson painted. Well, he made it and then he baked it. We baked it for him, and then he painted it. So this is his snake. He's into reptiles right now. So he made it kind of spooky. But he did everything himself. And we put magnets on the back of it so that it can stick to his stepdad's locker. So anyway, that's his little snake, and his stepdad named him Jafar. So that's Jafar. The next thing I want to show you is the tablecloth that you see here in the photo. So this is one of my Temu tablecloths, and I believe it's 52 inches by 52 inches square. It is a polyester, they said, but it feels a little plasticky, but yet I can understand polyester can sometimes feel like that. It's got like a thread grain though to it, so I know that, well, not a thread grain, a texture. But I really like the design, and like I was saying in my last video, since I only bought 3 of these, I'm going to put a few other tables together if I need them, and probably do some colors that are in here in solid patterns. So I could do a purple, I could do a pink, and I can do a green or a gold or a white. So those are some of my options, but I really like it. It is machine washable, it said. The other thing I got from Temu, so I have these other 2, they're exactly the same as what you're seeing on the table. And I think these were around $4 or $5 a piece. I have to go back and check, but I know I was looking for very inexpensive table coverings. And then I got the sheet like I had mentioned, and I need to put it in the wash today. But it is a pastel, it's a fitted sheet, and it feels nice. It feels soft. Of course, I don't know a thread count, but it's just pastel colors. And the elastic is kind of thin. You know, it's not a wide elastic band, but as long as it fits over the mattress, which it said it would fit a deep mattress. So I'm hoping, if not, well, there could be many uses for this, including donation to an animal shelter if need be. But I'm looking for a corner. Okay, here's a corner. Is that a corner? Oh, here we go. Nope, that's not a corner either. Let me see. Oh, this is funny. Okay, so it doesn't look that deep. So that's as deep as but I'll just have to try it and see. I just wanted something colorful and cheery. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the wash, so I'm going to throw that out by the laundry room. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you, and like I said, this is a very random video, but I had put these away for some time, and I had gotten them on Temu. And when I was organizing for my party last month, I found these, and I just thought, man, why did I not do these yet? Those little coasters that you put in your car and the cup holder, it even comes with like the little cork things. So these are the two. They're both the same. They're little doggies, and they come with their pack of drills, and they even come with a little mini tray and a pen and a little bit of wax. So it looks like there might be only 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. I'm going to open this, I think. Maybe not. Let me just take a quick peek and look at these drills real quick. I mean, I'm sure they're just regular drills. Okay, so they're really pretty colors for this little pup. Okay, and it looks like they're numbered. And then, of course, on the little coaster itself, it's numbered. I like it has little hearts by his nose. So I'm going to do these. I think they're very cute. They'll take no time at all. I must have just put them away and forgot about them. This would be a nice little travel item too if you're going somewhere, even if you're going to like the beach or you're going anywhere that's, you know, you could just plop this in your purse, maybe take a lap desk or something and do those little coasters. Those little forever trays that I got, these would be perfect because you could close the lids and just carry them. They don't take much room. So that is going to be a near future project. And I think that was it as far as my show and tell goes. So I'm going to work on the rest of my Dollar Tree mountain stream. So this is how far I've gotten. I worked on it on and off yesterday. I saved the dark part. This is going to be the blue, and then up here where you see blue is going to be purple. And I actually have the picture for you to look at. So that is what it's going to look like. So when it's finished, I'll do a comparison to the picture and see how close it comes to that. Oh, I have one more thing to show you, and it was the main event. So when I went into Michael's and my painting wasn't ready yet, I just started to walk through the store, you know, looking at the end caps, and in the sale aisle, I found, I want to take these tags off too because they're kind of in the way. 50% off. They had wooden things. They had little like bags that you could see through with butterflies and hearts and strawberries, and they were wooden pieces that stand up on a desk. And I thought, I would probably have to diamond paint all around the edges too, unless I painted them and just diamond painted the front. And then these caught my eye, and I thought, what a cute idea for a planter. So they have a stake built in. I'll show you the back. It's all one piece. And it looks like a mirror. Yeah, there is a mirror. in the background. So you can either just diamond paint around the edges where the wood is and leave the mirror, or you could even place your diamonds on the mirror part if you wanted to and diamond paint all of it. So I haven't quite decided what I was going to do. Okay, this has one of those sticky tabs on it. I don't want to break it. So these were regularly priced $2.99, but because I got 50% off, I paid $1.34 for each one. So close to a Dollar Tree, price range. So I have the butterfly. I have the little bumblebee. Now my plan is to use the sparkly diamonds, the crystals, and some of my ABs that I got. I have a lot of ABs that I purchased actually. So I'm going to do especially the B with the black ABs and the gold crystals and the yellow. So I have the bee, the butterfly. I have a mushroom, really cute mushroom. And I thought I could just cut the tabs off, but they have the plastic hanging tab stuck to it, so I have to peel those off. But anyway, so I have that. So you could put these in your garden. I would seal it definitely with a diamond painting sealer or Mod Podge. But one tip that I learned with the Mod Podge Glossy, after you put your layer of Mod Podge on, go over it with a wet paper towel or cloth to wipe your crystals or your drills off, because that Mod Podge does dull the crystals and the drills. So, Mod Podge is good for sealing, but be sure that you take that extra step to wipe off the tops of your stones, your gems, your drills, whatever. The next thing I got was like this daisy flower. You can also put these in your potted plants and they would look really cute. All decked out with drills, sparkly drills, or you could just use your regular drills because they sparkle a lot. Oh, you know what? This tab is actually pulling off the, this one isn't a mirror. This one's a see-through clear, like acrylic, and I just damaged it on the back by trying to pull off. But this one's not a mirror, it's like a see-through. But I may diamond paint the centers of these. I don't know, I'll do out around the sides and see if it needs to be fully crystallized there. This one's really cute. It's a flower with a butterfly. And again, it's a stake. And I'm going to be careful with this one. And then I'll just show you all of them together, which it is my thumbnail. I think I'm going to use it for my thumbnail. I'll put them all together. Yeah, this is really hard to pull off on the acrylic sheeting. The mirror was easier, but this one, I gotta be careful. Okay, so we again have this one, that one, the mushroom, the bumblebee, and the butterfly. They had a couple others, but I just grabbed 5 of them, and I didn't even know they were half off actually. I saw the $2.99 and I had a coupon for 30% off regular priced item, which I would get only one item at 30% off, but I thought, hey, every little bit counts, matters. But I was surprised when I was ringing it up. They have a self-checkout that they were ringing up as $1, I think $1.31 or $1.34. So it's like, yay! So I might go back after I do a few of these. If it turns out nice, I might go back and get a few more. So I wanted to share that. That came from Michael's. How's everybody doing on this Saturday morning? It is June the 14th, and it's a nice day here. It's overcast on and off. We got some clouds, we got a few sprinkles, but all in all, the weather is warm, of course, being in Florida. And I was gonna go play bingo, but I'm just too excited about my diamond painting. I don't wanna waste a minute. And I'm gonna turn on a light here. Which light do I want to turn on? Turn on this light. Okay. So I hope, like I said, everybody is doing well today. Oh, okay. What letter is that? Or number, rather. Let me look at... It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. I need a magnifying glass. I know I don't have one in this room. All right, let me just start looking at my drills. The darkest blue that I have, could it be F? It could be. I'm going to take it out. That's light. That's light. That's light. Purple. I will be getting to you, purple, next. So that is probably the only blue that it could be. So does it look like an F? Yeah, it does look like it could be an F. I didn't use this color. Where does this color go? I'm almost done. All I have left is the mountains and the rocks. So it's like a process of elimination here. That's brown. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be that. Yeah, it's F. Okay. So my plans today, I don't have real big plans. I went to Best Buy this morning also because I needed to pick up something that my AT&T guy said would help my laptop get better Wi-Fi reception, because everything's fine with all of our, I guess, apparatuses, you would call them, our cell phones and everything, the TV, everything's working fine, but the little laptop that my bird watches, it keeps losing connection and getting connection and losing connection. And he said it might be something internal, and to get an Ethernet USB that plugs into the USB port and it will work. It's a Wi-Fi connection, and it will find the Wi-Fi in the house through that USB Ethernet piece and run off that instead of the internal piece in the laptop. So I went and I bought one. The guy showed me what to get in Best Buy, and I came home and there's a little CD that I need to run first. And I was like, no, that's not what this is not what I wanted. So I need to take it back because I don't have a CD to put a disc in, or Blu-ray or whatever it is. It's a little disc. So, and I kind of knew it was the wrong thing because what the guy showed me had two little antennas sticking out of the little rectangular piece that fits in the USB, and this one did not. But I thought, well, you know, maybe it just does the same thing. It just looks different. But I should have gone with my gut. You know, when you have that gut feeling that something isn't right, it usually isn't. But anyway, no problem. I can exchange it. It's probably going to have to be for a store credit, which I'm not really that crazy about because I really don't go to Best Buy for anything. But if it's a store credit, I'll go ahead and find something. I'm looking for my light. Much better. Let's see. See if I can see any better. Oh wait, these are J's. These are J's. I'm glad I turned that light on. Oh, I don't have J. Isn't that odd? There are no J's. And it's clearly a J. Oh, I have it upside down. Okay, it is F. Oh, man. So I wasn't able to fix the laptop, but right now it's working again because, like I said, it connects, it disconnects, on and off all through the day. And of course, my driveway people started the job yesterday on Friday at the end of the week, and they don't work the weekend, so we have no driveway at all because all the pavers are stacked up in the driveway. And this is just so hard to see. I don't even know where to place these drills. This is not good. Anyway, so obviously we're not going to have them back until Monday, so we don't have a driveway at all until they finish, which could be Monday night, Tuesday, I don't know. It's just been sort of a pain, but we'll get through it and everything will be great after it's done. I'm tilting it upward because I need every angle of light that I can muster here. And like I said, I'm just guessing at where these go. I'm just going to line them up in the blue area, whether it's on top of the letter or not, because the letters should have been white. It would have been so much nicer if they would have just used a light color in the dark areas instead of dark on dark, because a light board, like cardboard and a light board doesn't work that well. I think it's going to be really pretty though when it's done. And these are meant to look at from a distance. You know, they're not meant to be looked at up close. My camera, I can't put it at a distance, but you know what I mean. Oh, I can see better with it tilted like that. And I do have a, okay, so this is much easier to see if I angle it. I have it resting on my little storage container case. Okay, I had to press that one in harder. Actually, move it. Okay. And what else do I have planned today? I think that I am just going to stay home. I did my grocery shopping yesterday. I have church tomorrow. I think I'm going to go to 9 o'clock Mass. I don't have my grandson to take, so when I do, I usually go to the 11 o'clock Mass because he's in the choir, and that's when the choir all gets together. In the other Masses, we have the organ player, but we don't have the choir. We just have one person that sings. And of course, our organ director. But at 11 o'clock, we have the full choir, and they do a really nice job. They do a lot of traditional hymns from when I remember so many of them from when I was a child, and I'm glad that they still sing those hymns, because it just brings back memories of my childhood. And we have one lady we have a couple people that can sing in Latin and do the Ave Maria in Latin. And oh my gosh, talk about sending chills up my arms when I hear that song. And when she sings it in Latin, it is phenomenal. It is beautiful. And my grandson, he's learning a lot of the hymns, and he loves to sing. So we'll be in the car and he'll just start singing his church songs, and wherever he goes, we could be walking down the aisle in Goodwill and he'll just be singing Hallelujah, and he's just so cute. 7 years old, such a great age. And he's teaching his sister, who's 3, and she's smart as a whip, and she sings along with him. She's not in the choir yet, but she's funny because she does memorize some of the songs that he sings. It's precious. He asked me the other day how old Santa Claus was, and I am so torn, because he still believes in Santa, and his sister, of course, is 3. But I think at his age, he's starting to, maybe his friends are telling him that there is not a Santa, which is very possible. Or maybe he's just thinking about it and wondering how it all comes together, how everything is being told about Saint Nick and Santa. And so he asked me, he said, "Grandma, how old is Santa?" No, he said, "Grandma, when was Santa born?" I said, "Oh gosh, a long time ago." And he said, "Well, how long will Santa live?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "That's a mystery. Probably a long time." I tried to say as little as possible, but answer his question as best I could without telling him there isn't a Santa, because I don't want to be the one to tell him that. But I don't want to lie to him. And he is 7 years old. It's not going to be long before everything, comes to light. So I told his mom, and his mom said, "Yeah, he asked me," and she told me basically what he had asked her and what she had said, which was a little bit different question than what he asked me. But all in all, that's a difficult thing, because I don't know. He wanted to know also why some people don't believe in God. So we had a little discussion about it, and how that faith was a gift. Not everyone accepts that gift if it's presented to them, but sometimes it takes time. And one day they may hear God's voice in their heart and respond. I said, you have to have that willingness to accept that gift of faith. So he was pretty satisfied with that. tough questions start coming when they start getting into school, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. So we have to prepare ourselves for those kinds of questions and questions about babies and all that. So he wanted to know how Dottie had puppies. So very generically I told him, and he was happy with the answer without me going into any great detail. And of course he's always worried that she misses her puppies. So I have to assure him that her puppies are grown and she knows that they grew up. She doesn't miss them anymore. Yeah, I'm just randomly placing these drills, but I'm looking at the sheet now and they have them in a row. Mine aren't really in a row, but I'm not going to worry about it. I probably should have looked at that before I started gluing them down here. I'm just filling in all the empty spots. Not even thinking that they could probably look better if they were in a row. Okay, almost done with this color, almost done with this little project. Now I've got to decide what I'm going to do next. Do I want to do a wood off canvas, like one of my trinket boxes? I think what I want to do is one of these stakes, one of these that I showed you, because I'm dying to see what it would turn out like. So I think I am going to do one of those. Either the bumblebee. I really want to do the bumblebee, I think. The bumblebee, or what was the other one? I like the flower. I like the mushroom too. I like the flower with the butterfly on it. I like this one too. So it's either going to be the bumblebee or the flower and butterfly that I do. Okay, that's purple. I did add some AB drills to the white. You probably can't see the ABs, but I did put ABs in through the white part. I wasn't going to add any, but I decided I would. And do we have any more blue? Is that blue going down the side? Yeah, it is. A little bit, like 3 of them. There we go. 3. Yeah. 3 is good. And then 2 next to it, it looks like. And then we've got another one there. It'll fit. Let's see. Okay. All right. 3, 2. Okay. Ah, I see another one I missed. Way down here. Okay. And then I think I could squeeze one. Squeeze one right here. Yeah. And squeeze another one right there. And one right there. Okay. Okay. D. What is that one? That's all purple. It's all purple. Okay, and then I got A's up there. And I have some 7s down there. Okay, where's my F? Here it is. I like my tablecloth. It's so cheery. Okay. Let me knock out these. Oh, I have H's. Ah, there's my teals. Down here. Okay, and over here. Oh, I had more to do than I thought down here. So anyway, since I really don't have a lot going on or a lot to talk about, I'm going to end the video for now. And if Michaels calls me and I get my dry mounted painting, I have an idea on how I want to frame the border, which is a little bit different than how I did my other two, but kind of along the same lines of using tape. So I think I may film that. You can watch me frame it up. It's only a 40 by 30, so it should be pretty easy and quick. But in the meantime, you guys take care and have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.